Youth are affected by public policies in different ways. What the national health care policies are, what the education policies are, what the economic policies are. So rather than looking at the youth policy, the idea was to look at public policy from the perspective of how it affects young people. So that's new. No one's really done that before.
Young people face certain kinds of structural barrier to participation, which really come very strongly out of the report. We would hope is that we can draw awareness, raise awareness for those really structural issues that span the globe, so that maybe international attention could be drawn to that.
I think that will be the biggest challenge, to make the relevant choices in each country on what to focus on, what topics to pull out, what questions are really relevant to young people and society at large in that particular country.
Politicians talk a lot about young people and they say they are going to do a lot, but it all only exists as empty words. Sometimes policies exist on paper and they write it down, but it's the same big words and then there is no backup, no money, no structures. Someone needs to hold people to account about that. And that means you need to prove that there is such a lack and that this is not just something that angry young people claim.
You really have to put yourself in a position of empathy with young people. Obviously, not everybody stays young forever, but you can stay attentive to youth issues, and you must be able to do that in order to do youth policy analysis well.
Youth is kind of blurry. It seems like it's everywhere, but it's nowhere.
We have never had a democratic system, at least for the last 23 years. So this new transition to democracy involves a new learning of democracy. You don't read it in books. You basically learn it while you're doing it, while you're exercising it, on the ground.
Unfortunately, in Colombia, children, they're really involved in all the violence that is happening, not only in the rural areas, but also in the urban ones.
Swaziland is a very traditional country and it is patriarchal, so gender equality is quite non-existent. So I'll start by trying to get the youth in my country to recognize that gender is a major component of development in the country.
You still kind of have to keep that overall perspective as well, because ultimately it's about building a global body of evidence, and there has to be some kind of consistency and comparability in what we do across the different countries.
Everybody brings their own experience and to the table, and it's really like the sharing and the dialogues that take place in the meetings, but most importantly also the dialogues that take place around lunch, like earlier on, because you get to know more the participants at a personal level. So you really learn from these people and learn from their experiences.
This orientation process I think is instructive and has been an eye-opener to me. And at the heart of it all, I think it's good that I have the entire team here, and we will be able together to formulate the best working strategy in taking the work forward.
Really looking forward to start and really looking forward to finish the Colombian review so that we can contribute to a global review series.
You sit and tune into the news every day, you see issues around the world, and you think it's not that difficult to imagine a better way of living. And I think this is a way of starting to move towards that.
We would hope that the reports can be used as a tool for young people to campaign and lobby on their own behalf.
If the reports are successful, at the very basic level, they will inspire debate. Ideally, they will result in new and better policies to promote the rights and interests of young people in those societies.